So here's the thing nobody tells you about Greenwood, Missouri. People aren't moving here for Greenwood. They're moving here because it's one of the most affordable ways to get Lee's Summit schools without paying Lee's Summit prices. And if you don't know the Kansas City area, that one detail instantly changes how you see the entire town. I'm Joe Nelson, lifelong Kansas Citian, retired Air Force vet, and your guy who tells you what's actually going on in our neighborhoods, not the edited brochure version. Today, we're diving deep into Greenwood, Missouri, what it feels like to live here, what's around it, and what home styles you actually get for your budget, and why so many families end up here even if they had originally no idea where Greenwood was even at on a map. If you're researching KC Suburbs, hit subscribe. I drop videos like this every week. If you've never heard of Greenwood, Missouri, congratulations, you're like 90% of my relocation clients. Greenwood is one of the smallest cities in the entire Kansas City Metro, about 6,000 people, tucked right in the southeast edge of Lee's Summit. It's small enough that if you blink while driving down Main Street, you'll probably miss it. But the context around Greenwood is what makes it interesting. Think of Greenwood like a tiny island surrounded by much larger, fully developed neighbors. Lee's Summit to the north and west, where you'll do most of your shopping and dining probably, Lake Winnebago just to the south, which gives this area a scenic lake community feel, and a rural open land stretching toward Pleasant Hill, giving you that quiet, open Midwest vibe. Even though Greenwood itself is small, you're never more than 10 to 12 minutes from anything that you probably need. Greenwood is the calm pocket between two worlds, the convenience of Lee's Summit and the slower pace of the rural outskirts. If you want commute times from Greenwood to your job or favorite KC spot, shoot me a text and I'll map it out for you. There's one line on the map in Greenwood, Missouri that completely changes the demand for this town. By far, one of the top reasons families move to Greenwood is because it feeds into Lee's Summit R7 schools. This includes Greenwood Elementary, Summit Lakes Middle School, and most importantly for many people, most of Greenwood falls under Lee's Summit West High School. Lee's Summit West is known for its strong academics, award-winning athletics, and well-rounded student programs, which makes it one of the most sought-after high schools in the region. This surprises most buyers. People ask me often, Joe, how is this tiny little town part of the same district as all of the big Lee's Summit neighborhoods? Well, it just is, and that one fact massively impacts who moves here, home values, competition for listings, and long-term demand. If schools are important to you, I'd recommend checking out the district's test scores, programs, and ratings on sites like Great Schools or the Missouri Department of Education. That way you can see if it aligns with what you're looking for. So yes, Greenwood is small, but it comes with big suburban school advantages. If you want the full breakdown of which Greenwood neighborhoods feed into which schools, message me and I'll send that right over. Let me tell you the part about Greenwood, Missouri that nobody puts in the brochure though. Greenwood has personality. It's not overly polished and it's not trying to be something it's not. If you're imagining a huge master plan suburb with manicured entrances and matching signage, that's not Greenwood. It's real, it's lived in, it's comfortable. It's the kind of town where people still wave to each other. A lot of the homes were built in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, and you feel that when you drive around. Mature trees, older floor plans, traditional suburban layouts. You won't find many new developments or brand new homes. Sidewalks aren't everywhere. The downtown area is tiny. Traffic is almost non-existent unless you're waiting behind someone turning into KC's. And here are a few honest downsides people don't always think about. You're about 30 minutes from downtown Kansas City and roughly 40 minutes from KCI Airport, which means longer drives if you work or travel up north. There's no public transportation, so you're driving everywhere, period. And because Greenwood is small, you won't find a ton of entertainment options right inside the city. Most of your bigger dining, shopping, and things to do will be in Lee's Summit or Kansas City downtown proper. For a lot of families, this is exactly what they want: quiet, practical, and safe feeling. For others, especially people coming from big cities, Greenwood can feel a little too low-key. Here's the honest truth. Greenwood, Missouri is for people who want calm, convenience, and sought-after schools, not nightlife or brand new everything. If you want a breakdown of how different parts of Greenwood feel, older neighborhoods versus newer pockets, comment and I'll send you a quick guide. This is where Greenwood, Missouri really surprises people, especially anyone moving from out of state. Let's talk about what your money really gets you. Homes from the 70s and 80s are going to be your split entries, tri-levels, and raised ranches, usually bigger lots but older interiors. The 90s and early 2000s are Greenwood's sweet spot. More open layouts, higher ceilings, better natural light. And there's not much new construction, which helps keep the values stable. Most of the lots sit about 0.2 to 0.3 acres, which feels generous compared to many newer suburbs. And here's the kicker. Move the same house 10 minutes north into Lee Summit and you'd probably pay an extra 30 to 60 grand more. In Greenwood, you get Lee Summit schools, larger yards, quiet streets, and lower prices. It's one of the best value pockets in Kansas City. If you want listings feeding into Lee Summit West under your price point, text me your budget and I'll send those over as well. Let's talk about where you'll actually spend your time when you live in Greenwood, Missouri, because locals don't stay in Greenwood all day. If you want lakeside dining, cocktails, or a casual night out, Arrowhead Yacht Club is the local favorite. It's known for American comfort food, 2 full bars, live energy weekends, and lake views that make it feel like a mini escape without going far from home. It also doubles as a popular wedding and event venue with a waterfront backdrop. For shopping, Greenwood has the Greenwood Vintage Market, a curated vintage vendor space with furniture, decor, handmade goods, and seasonal finds. They host maker markets, pop-up events, themed seasonal shopping days, and a special vendor weekend that draws people from all over KC. And for recreation, Greenwood may be small, but it puts real effort into community events throughout the year. You've got the Freedom Celebration, the weekend before the 4th of July, rides, food trucks, games for kids, fireworks, the whole small town festival experience. There's the Easter Extravaganza with hundreds of candy-filled eggs for kids, and the Fall Festival with vendors, inflatables, and food trucks. These events give Greenwood a sense of togetherness that newcomers really appreciate. Want my local favorites plus community events calendar for Greenwood and Lee Summit? Comment, events list, and here's what a real Greenwood, Missouri home looks like. No filters, no fluff. Let's take a look at 300 Copeland Drive, a real example of what Greenwood living looks like. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath split entry built in 1995 with just over 2,000 finished square feet and a 0.22 acre fenced lot. When you walk in, you've got vaulted ceilings, tons of natural light, and a cozy fireplace. The kitchen has hardwood floors, oak cabinets, a skylight, and space for casual meals. Downstairs, you've got a fully finished lower level, perfect for recreation room, home office, gym, or play space. And the fenced backyard with a deck overlooking the space, perfect for pets or weekend barbecues. This is Greenwood in a nutshell. Practical layouts, good space, affordability, and access to Lee Summit schools, all without the premium price tag. If you want to tour 300 Copeland or see similar homes, call or text me anytime. So, who is Greenwood, Missouri actually for? Greenwood is for people who want quiet, space, affordability, and great schools without living in a massive, busy suburb. It's for families who want Lee Summit schools without Lee Summit prices. It's for people who appreciate lakeside dining, vintage markets, and actual community gatherings. And it's for practical buyers who want substance over flesh. If that sounds like you, I'd love to help you explore it. I'll always give you my honest tour. My contact info is on the screen and in the description below, along with a link to check out 300 Copeland Drive. Let me help you find your next home in the area that's right for you.